Okay, I've accepted that I got two more parts to do of this because as I keep trying to get off, God just keeps downloading stuff in my spirit. So obe- I'm gonna be obedient. Excuse me. Okay. Now this is for the topic of certain people in certain seasons. Like how in my prior video, my prior scope, I was talking about how certain people are assigned to certain ministries, how everybody's not assigned to you, how you're only graced for a certain assignment and a certain need. Okay. Now there can be an instance as well that where maybe a person, you got a recovering drug addict come into your church and, once they go through the deliverance that they need, once they get that what they need, then God might be leading them somewhere else. That doesn't mean that they're betraying you. That doesn't mean that they're trying to hurt you. What that means is their season with you is up. What they gained from you, gotten what they've gained from you. They've gotten what God has let them to get from you. And it's time for them to transition. So just someone else to come in. That doesn't mean that they found somebody else better than you. I'm not talking about the people who church hop. I'm not talking about those, but I'm talking about the people who are intentional, who go by God's spirit and goes where God leads them to go. Those are the people I'm talking to. Certain people are assigned to you just for a certain season. Just because they're not assigned to your church forever doesn't make them a bad person. It's just, the need that they needed met has finally gotten met. Like that deliverance that they maybe have needed from that certain issue, they finally gotten it. And now God is leading them somewhere else for another time period in their season for their destiny. It's not because they, don't like you or, they trying to suck the life out of you and be a leech. It's not like that. Don't take it personal when certain people leave your ministry. Don't take it personal. They just they might have gotten what they need from your ministry at that time. Now, I will say that people, should let people know, okay, God is leading me to transition somewhere else, but I thank you for what your ministry has brought to my life. Be blessed. And I'm keeping you in my prayers, but I don't just up and leave, just jump up, don't come back. I believe you should let the pastor, the leaders, let them know, be accountable, let them know that, okay, I feel God is leading me somewhere else. And, yeah, but yeah, leaders, don't get upset when people leave your ministry. Like, don't hold that against their character. Don't hold that against them. Don't take it personal. Don't get upset. Don't get hurt, because you have to understand that even people in the Bible, some of them stayed certain places for a certain time. And then when God told them it was time to move, they had to move. But don't take it personal. They don't hate you. Like, it's because they finally got that need met. And once one need is met, you don't need to fulfill it anymore. You don't need to, constantly try to meet that need anymore. Now it's time for another need to be met for the next particular season in your life or your next particular assignment. That's okay. That's all right. And for you leaders, I want you to understand, don't begin to operate out of witchcraft and manipulation with the people that are still there. And you're trying to be like, oh, I don't want y'all to leave my church. You're trying to say things to people. God won't bless you if you don't stay attached to this ministry, or your blessings gonna only come from this ministry, or even if some people want to go that God is going to curse everything that you do if you leave this ministry. Don't operate in witchcraft, control, and manipulation just to keep people there. Don't do that. Don't try to kill the dreams of the people who God is sending somewhere else. Don't crush their dreams. Don't try to kill their dreams. Don't try to curse who God is blessing just because their season is up at your church. Don't do that. Don't do that, because God is going to hold you accountable, guy. You're going to be held accountable for that unless you repent for that. But don't do that to them. Don't do that to them. That is a job of a leader, is to impart into their members, their congregation. They're not just so they can go out other places, go outside the four walls of the church and minister the gospel of Jesus Christ. Like, it shouldn't just be used for the same church home. Like, at some point, some people have to move because your purpose is one thing, your destiny is one thing, but God gives different assignments for different seasons, and different seasons require different places, different changes. It's not the end of the world. It's okay. Don't get upset when some people have to leave the ministry. It's not a blow against you. Would you rather shepherd or pastor or lead a people who listen to you instead of listen to the voice of God? Would you rather raise up a congregation who ends up practicing idolatry by worshiping you? Why would you want that? Why would you want to teach your people to do that? Or why would you want to raise up a congregation in manipulation and fear and control, treating them like they're on a plantation? Why would you want to do that? Like, if God doesn't treat us like we're on a plantation, if God doesn't control and manipulate us, because God gives us free will at the end of the day. So if God doesn't do that, then why should you leaders and you pastors do that and brutalize people who might have an assignment somewhere else, or try to manipulate and control what God has placed inside of them just because you think in your ministry gonna go? Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. No matter how you might want to try to contain a person who has a gift of an anointing that is blessing your ministry, when that person's time is up, when that person's season and their grace period is up at your ministry, they get to, continue to squeeze oil out of something that you don't have access to anymore. Like, don't do that. You thinking you trying to keep them and contain them is still going to keep your house blessed? No, you're going to end up cursing your house, because now you're operating out of rebellion against God, because trying to hold back somebody who God is trying to send out, you are going against God's will for their life. You are in rebellion. You are in witchcraft, and you need to repent, and you need to let that person go on their way. So, no. Know when someone's season is up. Like, know that there's times and seasons to everything. For there's a time and season for everything under the sun. And that's all right. That's all right. That even goes for people in your congregation. Don't trip when God is sending somebody somewhere else. Because what you impart and what you put inside of them, what they learn for you, now they're going to take that and go take it to where they're supposed to go next. And then also learn from the people who they're assigned to next time. So leaders, don't be mad at people. Like, don't start cursing people, telling them you ain't going to go nowhere if you leave this ministry, or this ministry is where your blessing's going to come. Don't do that. Don't do that. That ain't cool. Manipulation and witchcraft is not cute. I know we've seen it growing up in the church and people have been imposing and all of that, but please, this is not the hour to be a leader operating out of witchcraft, manipulation, and control, and the Jezebel spirit. This is not the season to do that with God. In case you haven't noticed, this ain't the time to do that. So, yeah, let your people go. Let my people go. Let my people go. Let those people go. Let those people go and move on into their next season. So, peace. I'm going to do part 5. And then I'm done. Like, that's it. I can't do no more. The part 5. Talk to y'all later.